So the third myth for this month that I'd like to bust is that holding the flow of we is an appropriate cue for learning a pelvic floor exercise. Not only is it not an appropriate cue, it can in some cases be harmful. So before I get started, what I want you to think about is the fact that when we're training our clients, what we're training is what we're training, okay? And it seems obvious, but if you train someone to stop the flow of we, you're training them to stop the flow of we. And I have a couple of problems with this. Number one, stopping the flow of we is dysfunctional. We don't want people doing it. Number two, it's only one part of the function of your pelvic floor. You know, your pelvic floor stabilizes your pelvis. Sorry, I've got a gnat buzzing around my face. Stabilizes your pelvis. It'll hold back a fart. It's responsible, you know, it's involved in sexual pleasure. Like, it does a bunch of stuff. And if you only train this one cue, then you're missing the opportunity to train all the 5 layers and 14 distinct muscles that are involved in the pelvic floor group. So kudos to you if you are thinking about, talking about, and incorporating into your training pelvic floor work. But don't use this cue. And if you do use holding the flow of we cue, then make clear that it's just an idea, it's just a start, and not to physically do it. And then you need to incorporate other cues that incorporate the posterior pelvic floor and all the other functions of the pelvic floor. Possibly, you might need to do a course on pelvic floor training because most of these courses will have multiple strategies for incorporating and synchronizing the entire pelvic floor. Because also, pelvic floor function's not just about a hold. Okay, it's not just about a lift and hold. It's about the drop and it's about the timing. Think about when you sneeze, laugh, cough, run, jump. Timing, right? So personally, I like a visualization. You know, a visualization that incorporates all the muscles within the pelvis, you know, an 80s drawstring bag, all the muscles drawing in like together and then up and into your body, or elevator doors together up, and you can even go to basement level if someone's hypertonic. Elephant tusks, elephant trunks, jellyfish, you name it, you know, I've probably used it. All these different cues work better at utilizing the whole pelvic floor, and they're highly personal. But once you get them, you can get your clients sitting and then standing, because then you've got gravity and the weight of their organs on their pelvic floor, and then moving and actually training in a functional way. But I never, ever take stopping the flow of we anywhere near those functions, because it's dysfunctional, it's counterproductive. If I ever use it, I make it clear that it's just a cue just for today, just to get the feeling. Have you got the feeling? Right, now let's visualize that with something else. Okay? That's the end of that.